that a lot of the time we are holding ourselves to the fears and limitations that other people have, and they place that on us. I had to stop focusing and stop putting more emphasis on the goal, on the end goal, than the process. This is the shift I had to make in myself in order to get that little bit better. Stop beating ourselves up, thinking that we should be so much more disciplined, thinking that we want to be here, but we're only here. Accept that we are here. Very often, we look back on the past and we glorify it. We say, oh, I used to be so disciplined. I used to have all this energy. I used to work out 5-6 days a week and I still used to go to work. And we have to identify when our fears, the fears that we think are our own, actually come from other people, because often loads of our fears are things that other people have just said to us in passing. Yo, what's up, growth family? It's your Grandad 80, and the growth does not stop. Not even when I fractured my flipping Achilles, did it? Hey, cool. These are the 3 mindset shifts that I had to make in order to become the best version of myself. By the end of today's video, you will have 3 actionable mindset shifts that you can make in order to become 3% better, 3% closer to becoming the best version of yourself. The first thing I'm going to ask you to do is like and subscribe. By liking this video, it's going to allow me to know that you just want more content like this. It's going to allow me to reach more content because the algorithms are going to push out and pump out this video to more people. I would really appreciate that. Thank you. And subscribing, you're just going to keep on getting more videos like this that are going to allow you to improve your mindset. The same goes if you're part of the podcast family. Just rate this a 5-star review, and it's just going to allow me to reach even more people so more people can start improving their mindsets. Thank you. Number 1, stop living according to the fears and limitations of other people and start demanding more from yourself. Back in 2019, I came across an affirmation that said, I will exceed all fears and limitations of others. And this was very powerful for me because I realized that a lot of the time we are holding ourselves to the fears and limitations that other people have, and they place that on us. They start saying, oh, I wouldn't create a YouTube about that. I don't think I'm ready to do that. I don't think I have the experience to do that. I wouldn't do it that way. I would do it like this. I'm not sure about that. Those are their fears. Those are their limitations. Oh, I wouldn't run that fast on the treadmill. That's their fear. That's their limitations, right? If we want to become the best versions of ourselves, we can't hold ourselves back to the fears and limitations of other people. That's their fears and their limitations that they have from who knows where. But that's not our business. And we have to identify when our fears, the fears that we think are our own, actually come from other people. Because often, loads of our fears are things that other people have just said to us in passing. They're like, oh, I wouldn't really promote myself that much. I don't know about that. Well, okay, that's you. Me, I'm going to promote myself every day. I'm going to put out 2 YouTube videos every week. Do you get it? Because that's my own limits. That's my own limits. Those are my own boundaries that I'm setting for myself. My own goals I'm setting for myself. I ain't living to the fears and limitations of other people. That's your life. You live according to whatever rules, whatever fears and limitations you want to set for yourself. The moment you start realizing this, you are going to feel very different. You're going to feel so much more confident. You're going to be relentless. The second thing I had to do in order to get that 1% extra closer, in order to becoming the better version of myself, the best version of myself, is I had to stop focusing and stop putting more emphasis on the goal, on the end goal, than the process. The goal should be the process. I'm going to use gym as an example because everybody loves gym. Instead of saying I'm going to get a summer body, I'm going to get my body, I'm going to improve my body, I'm going to get a 6-pack. No, I said, cool, I'm going to go gym 3 to 5 times a week. And I went from this, what I'm going to show you here, to this. And even though, yes, I wanted more progress, I wanted more for myself, I'm still happy because every time I went to the gym, I knew I was getting that 1% better, getting that 1% closer to my goal. And when I did those extra sessions, I was like, yeah, when you set the process, the actual habit, the routine as the goal instead of the end goal that you want to achieve, it allows you to keep on going. It allows you to feel a little bit accomplished. Every time you do it, So it sustains your motivation because you keep getting them endorphins and dopamine from achieving that small step, little bit of progress towards your goal, but you're also going to keep on repeating it because you want to be successful. And your goal is to just go gym 3 times a week. It's not to just change your body, which is vague and there's no actual steps and it's not about the process. The goal becomes going gym 3 times a week, 5 times a week, which allows you to achieve the bigger goal. Whatever your big goal is, make the process the goal. Wow, I'm doing this a lot today, guys. Make the process the goal and you'll see, man. You'll see. And if you don't know what I was talking about because you're listening on podcasts, I just keep hitting the mic. I'm sorry. Another perfect example of me making the process the goal and not the end goal, just the goal, is with YouTube and content creating and podcasts. I said, cool. What I'm going to do, I'm going to plan 2-3 videos a week and I'm going to film at least 2 videos a week. This week, I said I'm going to film a video a day just because I've got a bit more time on my hand with the crutches, innit? So I said, yeah, cool. And by doing this, it's like, cool, well, I said I'm going to do this today. This is the goal. I need to achieve this goal. There's that little bit of urgency. So you find a way to make it work. If I said this year, I'm going to release over 100 episodes, I would have spent loads of weeks just procrastinating, thinking about the episodes, thinking that I've got all this time to release these episodes. But now that I've set the goal as the process, which is just to release 2 episodes at least a week, then it's like, okay, step by step, I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer, I'm getting closer. And before I know it, it's the end of the year and I've done a mad thing. I've achieved my goal without even realizing because the goal was the process. The third mindset shift that I had to make in order to get that 1% little closer to becoming the best version of myself was to stop glorifying my past and realize my best is still ahead of me. Very often, we look back on the past and we glorify it. We say, oh, I used to be so disciplined. I used to have all this energy. I used to work out 5-6 days a week and I still used to go to work and I used to do this and that. Yeah, cool. Maybe you did that. But there's a reason you stopped. Things have now changed. What worked for you in the past may not and probably still won't work for you then. Furthermore, by focusing on the past and not the future, you're just wasting time and you're just paralyzing yourself. You're not going to achieve nothing by focusing on the past. All you're doing is comparing yourself to someone else because the person you were in the past isn't really you. It's an old version of you. By believing that the best version of yourself is ahead of you, you're going to put in that work to achieve that, to set yourself up to become even better. You're going to make sure you get that 1% better every day, every session, whatever it is. You're going to make sure you stick to that process because you know that if you stick to that process, you achieve those small milestone goals, you're going to become the best version of yourself. This is the shift I had to make in myself in order to get that little bit better. And I know that by doing this, I've been able to bang gym. I've been able to create content consistently. I've been able to stop beating myself up about the past. I've become a way better version of myself. From the first time I spoke about becoming the best version of myself, I'm a completely different person now because I've always known that the best version of me is ahead of me. To say thank you to those of you who've made it to the end of the video, I've got a quick Easter egg for you, which is the 4th thing I had to do in order to start becoming the best version of myself. The 4th thing is learning acceptance. Because when you learn acceptance, you are no longer going to waste time pondering about shit when you could be taking action and making progress. I've already made a video about acceptance in the past, so you should definitely go and check that out if you haven't already. We need to accept ourselves for where we currently are. Stop beating ourselves up, thinking that we should be so much more disciplined, thinking that we want to be here, but we're only here. Accept that we are here. As long as we get that 1% better every day, we will get up here bit by bit by bit, and it will compound, which is why we just need to accept where we currently are and not waste time thinking about things which we can no longer change. And if we can change it, let's do something about it. That's it for today, Growth Family. Make sure you check out my video about self-acceptance because you would probably find that video extremely useful. I appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you like, comment and subscribe because once again, liking the video just allows me to know that you found this video useful and you want more content like it. Thank you.